Hey guys, welcome to the Sharon Homestead Greenhouse. I am doing a greenhouse tour today. So last week today I did my first greenhouse tour, and today I wanted to show you the updates to how the greenhouse is doing this week. First thing you'll notice is my flowers are gone, and that is because I put them in my garden. And the lettuce still hasn't come up, but the spinach is really coming up really well. And then the strawberries, some of them are coming up, and then some of them I'm not sure if they're gonna make it, especially this little baby right here. He just looks sad and depressed, so I'm thinking that one's probably dying. My dad's cantaloupe are doing good. I actually need to move this over to his spot over here. So these are beefsteak tomatoes. Bonnie Best tomatoes, which are my favorite. And these are Roma tomatoes from Mary Heirloom Seeds. So those are doing really good so far. The germination rate is really good. I see a lot of tiny little babies that you can't even see their leaves yet, but they're poking through and they're doing really good. They're nice and healthy. So I'm really happy about that. And then I got some comfrey and some elderberry from Heirloom Permaculture, and I'm really excited to plant those and get those started. All right, these luffa, most of them are doing really good with new growth, and some of the older leaves are scorched or dying or whatever, but most of them have new growth, and I'm not worried about them at all. They're still doing really good. I put 6 in my garden, and I gave 4 to a friend. We did a trade for some milk. And then all of these are moringa trees that I got from Mary's Heirloom Seeds. And then there's one cup here that's spearmint. And then we'll move on to these trays right here. So the tomatoes finally started to sprout. Now, not all of them have sprouted, but they take a little bit longer. I've never had them take this long actually to sprout, but I guess I'm starting earlier than I usually do. So here's the rosella. We have one little sprout right there. And then the cosmic, we've got several sprouts in here, and they're looking really healthy. Yellow pear, we've got quite a few, especially right there. And I'll split them when they get a little bit bigger, so I'll have a lot more plants. The Get Stuffed, these ones look like they're doing really good. There's one that's about to pop through right there. And then the Rutgers, we've got quite a few coming in there. And then Homestead tomatoes, we've got quite a few coming in there. I think this tray is the biggest difference. No, maybe not. This has a big difference from last week though. So Mary's Heirloom Seeds, that's when you see Mary, that's Mary's Heirloom Seeds. And this is kale. And I haven't watered yet today, so some of the cells are a little bit dark. But now I can start watering from the bottom now that they have seedlings on the top, because the roots are in the dirt enough. And then spinach, lettuce, and luffa. So I'm growing a lot of luffa this year just because I wanted to. And then we have more luffa here, and some are popping through. And then we've got okra. Now I grow a whole bunch of okra because I want to see the pretty flowers. That is the only reason, because I don't even know if I like okra. So we actually have a lot of these plants growing. So I'm excited about that because the flowers are beautiful. If you've ever seen an okra flower, there's nothing like it in this world. It's so gorgeous. And then Black Beauty zucchini, lots of those popping through. Caserta zucchini, some of those are popping through. We've got quite a few more coming through the tips, and those are going to be beautiful. And then our garlic and onions, I was supposed to plant them last week, and guess what? I didn't. But guess what? I'm going to eventually. And I started new seeds. There's a bee. Oh, there's a bunch of honeybees in my greenhouse, so the sun is so bright, but I wanted you to see these beautiful little bees. And they're in here, being so pretty. So this was supposed to be peas, but I think I'm going to put some flowers in here. because they never came up. They've been in there for a long time. Okay, so I just planted these like 2 days ago. Basil, dark opal, zinnias, radishes, Mary's heirloom seeds, sunflowers. Those are the big mammoth sunflowers. More Roma tomatoes because I'm growing a lot of tomatoes this year. More zinnias, more sunflowers, and more okra for the flowers, you know. Now over to the other side of the greenhouse, and you can see new additions along the front. But first, let's go to what we did last week. We still have no peppers coming through. No peppers coming through. We're just waiting for those little seedlings to pop. But we do have some coming up through here. So, we've got cauliflower. We've got a few. We'll see what happens. I've heard cauliflower is really hard to grow, so we'll see. And then we've got a bunch of broccoli. I really need to separate these soon. And these are Mary's heirloom seeds, Long Island broccoli, or Long Island Brussels sprouts, and that's also Mary's heirloom seeds. And cucamelon still hasn't popped through, but we're waiting for them to. I'm hoping. I really love cucamelons, and I got 3 packs of seeds, so I'm really hoping they come through. Yellow squash popped up this week. Birdhouse gourd, we have 1 little tiny baby coming in there. That'll be nice. I've never grown birdhouse gourds before. The zucchini hasn't popped up yet. That's just zucchini from the store, so we'll see. Pickling cucumbers, it kind of exploded. And I'm really excited about that. I love pickling cucumbers. And then there's the large cucumbers. And then they started popping up too. So, my little babies, they're so cute. And they're even starting already, if you can see that, to grow the true leaves. And those are gonna be so pretty. But I'm gonna have to split them very soon. Okay, I'll do this tray real quick. This is all like Brussels sprouts and kale, and then there's a couple cauliflower in here actually, so we'll see what happens with that. But I really need to get these in the ground, but I'm actually not sure if they're gonna make it because they're so leggy. I left these on my kitchen table before I brought them out here for a really long time, and they kind of got really leggy. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. And then we'll go down this line now. I did some butterfly flower seeds, some balsam, which is a flower, it's really pretty. And I think that's how you say it anyways, balsam. Some bell peppers, Swiss chard, more Swiss chard. I really hope I like Swiss chard because I planted a lot of it. Cabbage, more cabbage, more cabbage. We eat a lot of cabbage. And these are all kale because I love kale a lot. So that's all for that. This is my dad's garden, which I'm bringing to his house today. I know I said I was going to go to his house and plant some stuff last week, but I did not end up doing that. But some of these things are ready to go outside, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But he's got spaghetti squash. These aren't ready to go out yet, but they're coming out. And then zucchini, tomatoes, those are beefsteak tomatoes. And Caserta zucchini hasn't popped through yet, but I see something right here, so maybe it's about to. Bell peppers haven't popped up. None of my peppers have popped up, so I'm not worried about that right now. Bonnie Best tomatoes, my favorite. And there they are. Strawberries haven't popped out yet. I'm not holding my breath for that. I'm probably going to buy some live plants already because they're really hard to start, and I think you're supposed to stratify them, and I did not do that, so whatever. Regular cucumbers, snap peas, I'm going to bring those to my dad's today. Green beans I'll probably bring over there today too. Yellow squash, I'll keep those in the greenhouse. And then the watermelon hasn't popped up yet, but the cantaloupe popped up. And then the plants in this just got a little bit bigger. Spinach is here, spinach here. I put a lot of spinach in there. And then there's a little kale right here. Snap peas right here. I'm gonna let them fall to the ground. And then kale and more kale right here. So there's that. I put some more seeds in here, but they haven't sprouted yet. So I'm sure you noticed several things were missing from this walkthrough, and they are in the garden right now, which I'm gonna start doing a weekly garden tour, but I'm not gonna start that yet until some of these plants get in the ground. But I will do a farm update in a couple days and show you everything that's growing around here, including chicks and rabbits and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this walk through the greenhouse with me, and I'll see you next week, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.